Join in, guys. Join in. Let's get it rolling. You guys, I'm waiting for you all to join in so we can get started. I don't want to start repeating myself all over and all over again, so I'm waiting for you guys to join in. Let's get it rolling. Join in, join in, join in, join in. Let's get started. I'm literally waiting for you guys to join in. Join in, join in, join in. Join in, let's get it started. As you're joining, go ahead and like the live, share the live, you know, to those will, who you feel will benefit from the live. Join in, guys. As I get my stuff ready. I can't just start this live with just two of you guys watching me. I need more people, guys. Share the live, share the live, share the live. Let's get started. Share the live, guys. Let's get started. Okay, so I have how many of you here watching me? Now I can start. All right, you're welcome to my live. My name is Oma. I I am a makeup artist. I am a content creator, beauty content creator. I also teach upcoming how to go about their makeup. All right, so today we are going to talk about, we are going to do practically, like it is practical, eyebrows. Okay, tips and tricks. All right, how to go about your eyebrows. As usual, this is what I use. This is what I use, excuse me. This is what I use. This is my brow gel. You can call it brow pomade. Okay, whichever one. This is the black color and this is the brown shade. So I usually mix both of them together to get my perfect shade. Is it perfect shade? You can call it perfect shade. The shade you have, what your vibe looks like, all right? So the next thing is you will need two brushes. For these, you will need two brushes, one for these, for applying these, and one for applying your concealer, all right? Okay, and then you will need a concealer. You will need a concealer, whichever one you have. This is in form of a liquid concealer. There is the liquid concealer and there is the creamy concealer. Creamy concealer tends to have a little bit thick consistency, but this one is a little bit light consistency. I mean, it's kind of watery, a little bit watery. I will advise you to go for creamy concealer as a beginner, right? Creamy concealer, you can be able to control it, you'll be in control, but most times liquid concealer, they tend to be too runny, they tend to be too, no, most times you don't tend to be in control. Blending, it's so difficult. All right, so that being said, let's dive into the game. So the first thing I do is I mix my brow pomade. So I have to scoop out some amount of the black shade. Guys, share the live and like it. Like the live so that we'll have good number of you guys watching. And then I'll bring this one and mix it together. The both of them, I'm gonna go ahead and mix. I'm mixing. Sorry about that. Okay, so that being done, you know, I am not excuse me, I don't follow the normal, the classic way of drawing your brows. I just show you tips and tricks, right? Through these tips and tricks, you'll be perfect in your brow game, and you can now follow the classic way of drawing your brows. So I usually do this with some method, okay? So we'll have to, do we do the dotting method or the stroke method today? Which one? Which one? Okay, let's do the stroke method. All right. The stroke method is take little amount and then let's it here. Take it up. So this way, make a stroke. When you place it here, you stretch it out to this point, and then you get your midpoint. Place it here and stretch it out, and then you get your midpoint. Okay, place it here, stretch it out to this outer corner, and then you can get your outer point. Place it here, stretch it here, and then we'll get it. Okay. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for joining. Go ahead and support me by liking the video. Okay, so at this point, all right, I hope you guys are seeing the line. The line is here, 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 and a dot, right? Okay, so basically all we're gonna do right now is to join these things together with lines. So we'll have to draw a line, 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 and automatically your brows are formed. They'll be in shape. Okay, so what we'll do is start from this corner. What's that? What's that? Oh my god. Okay, so from here, all right. And then so go ahead and start doing some adjustments if you feel there are places you need to add up or clean out, and then you go ahead and do it. These strokes are basically here just to guide you through, all right? Like I said, this is not the classic way of doing your brows, okay? This is not the classic way. This is just a guide for beginners, a guide, okay? With this, you will be able to know the points. There are points you need to consider when drawing your brows, point where you should start, point where you should elevate it, point where you should slow it down, all right? And also point where you should stop, okay? Your brows don't need to go way to this length, all right? And your brows don't need to come up to this point, okay? That's basically why you should follow these tips. These tips is gonna help you know where you should start, where you should take the arc up, where you should narrow it down, okay? And so like I said, go ahead and do some adjustments. I love to have this place a little bit up. So with this method, it's very easy for you. And then at this point, we'll start filling in the brows, gently filling, okay? We'll start filling in, filling in, filling in, slightly filling. I'm not adding pressure, all right? I'm not adding pressure. I'm doing it slightly, slightly, slightly. You don't have to add pressure to your brows while filling in, because they're gonna look way artificial, you know. You don't want something that is looking so artificial, so unnatural. So go ahead and keep filling it, slightly filling, slightly filling, keep filling in. And when you're filling in, follow the strokes of your brows, okay? Your brows went this way. You didn't just go straight or flat this way. You went this way. So when you're filling in, follow the strokes of your brows. Like here, if you can see properly, my brows went this way. At this point, it went this way. And then at this point, it went this way, right? That's how you fill in. Okay, so we are still filling in. I'm basically filling in and filling in and trying to do some adjustments. Okay, so did you see at this point the brows are ready following these tips? At this point, can you see the brows are ready? So go ahead and just so go ahead and brush, 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 brush. Did you see that? Did you see? There's not much work to do. There's not much work to do. Usually, if you're gonna spend 30 minutes drawing these brows with these streaks, basically just 15 minutes, you're done. Yeah. So the next step here is using our concealer to clean out and define the brows more. Okay. Your concealer is for cleaning out some messy areas if you have so much messy areas, and if you do not have, you can also use it just to define the brows more to make it look more beautiful, right? But then if you don't want it, you can still carry your brows this way. This is just okay for those who don't like too much. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and apply the concealer. I'm basically mixing the concealer with my foundation because this is my concealer. I'm mixing it together with my foundation to tone it down a little bit. I don't want it to look as lighter. I don't want it to look way more lighter than my skin color. Okay, so I'm still mixing. All right, this was my foundation. This was my concealer, and then here I am mixing together. Okay, so basically I'm just taking the concealer, and then there's this also tip you need to know. You need to pick up a little amount of concealer on your brush and then go ahead with your thumb, press it down to flatten it more. The more flattened your brush is, the more efficient it is. It's gonna give you a nice and perfect walk, right? Okay, and so start concealing as usual. I told you guys you do it bit by bit, right? Starting from this corner. Okay, all right, so here. Okay, okay, Basically, I'm doing it bit by bit. I am not starting from this corner all the way through, no. Because as a beginner, you don't have to do that. You're going to make a mess along the line, okay? But when you do it bit by bit, you see, you end up getting a very perfect work, okay? And then, okay? All right. Okay, so at this point, we'll have to blend out this hash line, blend out all this harshness here. You don't want to leave it. That's what makes a difference between a professional and a beginner. Professionals, they know how to blend properly, okay? So we start blending out, blend out gently, okay? Most times, if you're not gentle while blending, you might ruin your work. Okay, so we'll go ahead and keep blending. Yeah. Yes, look at that perfection. Yeah. Okay, so we'll keep blending out the harsh lines. This is what makes your work different from a professional. Professionals, they know how to blend. Professionals will use fake products, and you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know. They will use fake product, but they will get a very perfect result because they know how to blend. They know how to blend, and they know how to use their products. They do not apply too much. When you apply so much, it will be so difficult for you to blend out. And if you do not blend out, you feel like you didn't get it, but you got it, right? You feel like you didn't do a good job, but you actually did. But then you failed to blend properly, right? Okay, so you can use your fingers and blend out this part so it's gonna disappear into your skin. Okay, so the next thing is Flippy Machella. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful and natural. Now small. Okay, thank you. I didn't get what you're saying, but I saw beautiful, so thanks a lot. And then we're gonna do the same thing, the upper side. The upper side. So I'm basically picking up my concealer. Okay, so we'll start from here. Okay, so start from here. Okay, if you notice, I was very gentle, right? So you have to be very gentle on yourself, okay? Okay, excuse me. You know one thing, concealing the upper part of the brows is very, 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 how do I say it now? Complicated, right? Is that the proper word? So when concealing the upper part of your brow, you need to be, if you were careful here, you have to double your carefulness, right? Because this part, oh my God, it's very tricky. So if you're not so careful, you mess everything up. So you have to be very, very careful when concealing the upper parts of your brows. Okay, so if you realize I go in, I clean my brush, I conceal. I clean, I conceal. That is just how you do it, right? So you don't make a mess. Because if you do not clean out the excess while blending, you're gonna make a mess. So I'm basically blending out every harshness. If you don't know what is harshness, this is called harshness. This right here, this is not good. And when blending, if you didn't clean out the much concealer on your brush, you are still gonna keep on blending and blending and blending. It will not be effective. But before you start blending something like this, go ahead and clean out the excess concealer on your brush. All right, clean them out and then watch me do it. When you start doing it, automatically it disappears into your skin. All right. Another trick is you have to, especially if you're using a concealer that is way lighter than the shade of your foundation or your skin shade. So all you need to do is mix it up with your foundation, okay? So it's gonna look as natural as possible. We don't want something that is looking too light and too fake on us, right? Okay, so that is it. Can you see that? Can you see that? Basically, that is it. Just this tip and trick is very, very effective. All right. All right, if you have been watching me from the beginning, this is not the basic way or the classic way of drawing your brows, which is starting from here, make a line, wah, to this end, wah, to this end. As a beginner, I felt it like I gave it a thought. If you should follow this pattern, it might be very difficult for you to get the trick right. All right, so I decided to use this tip to show you. I'm using this trick and tip has been effective, right? Okay, so the next thing is we're going to go in with our powder because we don't want to have something that is looking so oily right here. So we're going with our powder. Use a shade of powder, okay? Okay. All right. Can you see the difference now? Did you see any difference? So whenever you're done concealing your brows, this is what you do. Go in with your powder and make sure you use it on those areas you applied your concealer. It's gonna make it look more beautiful, right? And more clean, classy, you know. Okay, so this is how it looks, and we're gonna do the same thing, the exact thing here. So if you were not here from the beginning, now you have the opportunity to pay attention to see how we got this. Okay, so this is what I use. This is what I use. I used this. Sorry, this is my brow pomade or my brow gel, whichever one. So I basically mixed the both of them to get this shade here. I got this shade by mixing the both of them together. Okay, if you have your eye pencil, go ahead and use your eye pencil. Okay, for those who have eye pencil, but I love to use this one because I feel I'm pretty much in control using this one than my pencil, eye pencil, right? Okay, so I'm literally picking up some good amount of it. And then how do we get this corner, and this corner? How do we know where to start our brows and where to take it up and where to take it down? How do we know? I'm going to show you. So basically everyone has this point of their nose, right? You have this place, this middle place here and here, right? You have it. Everyone has it. And everyone has this point on their eyelid, right? Okay, so that's how you get your inner corner, the inner corner of your eyebrows. So you place it here, take it to this place, and wherever it stretches out to, that's where you should make your arc here, this way. So we're gonna do it like this. Place it here and take it here, stretch it out, and then we make an arc. Okay, we do the same thing. So you'll be wondering, oh, where should I take this arc? This elevated area, should it be here? Or should it be here? Or should it be here? Where exactly? Okay, this is how you know. Keep this here. Stretch it out to the midpoint of your eyelid. And wherever it stretches out to on your eyebrow, that's where you should make the arc. So put it here, take it to the midpoint, and here it is. So let's experiment. Place it here, and then make an arc. Okay, and then you will also be wondering, hi beautiful, Esna, Esna, Aonda. I'm sorry about that. If I didn't get your name properly, sorry. You said hi beautiful, hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining my live. And then you'll be wondering, how do you get this outer part? Okay, how did you get this inner corner, this outer corner, sorry? where should my brows stop? Okay, I will show you. Place here, place this thing here, and then stretch it out to this outer corner of your eyelid, and wherever it stretches out to, that's where you should end your brows. So let's experiment. I'm basically picking. Okay, you keep it here, and take it here, here. Okay, okay. I think it's not properly showing. Yeah, so this is it, all right? And then what do we do next? All we have to do is start joining them together with lines. Once you start joining these together with lines, you will see the magic. Okay, so we'll start from here. And then the upper side, we'll start from here. And then for this side, okay. And then the upper side, here. Okay. I'm basically doing just little adjustment. If there are places you should do some adjustment, go ahead. The stroke is just to give you a guide, okay? When it gives you a guide, pick it from there and start doing your thing. Start perfecting your brows, all right? Okay, so the next thing here is we'll go ahead and start filling in the brows, okay? Go ahead and fill in the brows. Fill in the brows following the strokes of your hairline, okay? So our hairline, my hairline went this way, basically for everyone. So you follow the lines of your hair, okay? This is very, very effective for beginners. For beginners, this will kind of help. While filling in, don't add pressure. You do it slightly, okay? Okay, at this point, this brow is ready, right? If you want to go out this way, you are good. There is not much difference, right? Is there any difference? Just the concealer, okay? So if you are one of those who do not like to do too much, you can go out with your brows like this, okay? All right, so I'm basically trying to make this area as natural as possible, and then brush it, brush it, brush it. When you're brushing, brush towards the angle of your hair, okay? All right, so that being done, the next thing is go ahead and conceal. This is my concealer and this is my foundation. So I'm basically gonna mix the both of them together because I don't want to have something that is way too lighter than I am. Okay, so we'll start by concealing this way, bit by bit, right? Okay. Okay. I told you guys, do your concealing bit by bit. Do not rush. If you rush, you will make a mess. Okay. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and blend out every harshness. Okay, so we'll start blending out all this harshness. That is why you need to learn how to blend, okay? Blending is very, very, very essential in your makeup journey. When you know how to blend, your work is gonna look so perfect, like a professional, okay? All right, so go ahead and do the upper side. I'm picking up my concealer and then from this point, I'm doing it gently. I'm not rushing. Be gentle on yourself, okay? Okay. Are they same when drawing your brows? Because you are not a machine, you're not a robot. So when drawing your brows, especially when you're done drawing the first one, the second one you have to start comparing, make sure they are the same. Okay, make sure they are the same. Yeah, right now they're almost the same, but I still know that they are not the same, so I have to start making some adjustment, right? If they are not the same, right now they are the same, right? When they are not the same, your face is gonna look like this one is up, this one is down, this one is up, this one is down. Like you have two different faces on your face. Okay, and it doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't. Okay, so let's complete this corner. All right, so at this point, we'll go ahead and start blending out the harsh lines. Harsh lines, every harshness. This is all the harsh lines we have. Right now, the brows are looking so beautiful, right? But yet, my face is not looking good. This side is looking good, but this side is not looking good. But the brows is perfect. Okay, so why my face is not looking good is because there are so many harshness here. And if you don't know how to blend, your work still doesn't look good. So always learn how to blend. Blend. I have a lot of students, they will do a great job, yet their work is not looking perfect. And they'll be like, oh, they did all I said. They followed the pattern, they followed the instruction, yet they are not getting the same results. And I will tell them it's because you didn't blend very well. Learn to blend. Blending is the game in makeup. Blending is the game. That is why a lot of makeup artists, a lot of professionals, most of them they use fake products, but you do not know. Most of them they use cheaper product. Let me not say fake product. Cheaper product, right? Yet they get perfect results. Yet they do well. Their client is not gonna know. You that is looking at the work, you're not gonna know. They only them they know. And then because they know how to blend properly, they know how to blend very, very well. They know what to do. That is why even when you use a very original and expensive product, yet they do better than you. Yes. Yet their work is perfect. And then you be like, oh my God, I did what she said. I'm following her step. I did everything. And yet my work is looking messy. My work, I don't like my work because you didn't blend. Now, after blending, did you see how it looks? Now they are looking same, right? They are looking the same. Now my face is in good condition. When you look at my face, you be like, oh, this is beautiful, right? Okay. So learn to blend properly. Learn to blend. And when you're blending, make sure the brush you are using to blend is not dairy. Doesn't have so much product on it. Some people, when they pick up a brush, a blending brush, something like this, and you want to blend here, and you didn't check if the brush has some products, let's say eyeshadow, lighter concealer, darker powder, you didn't check, and then bam, automatically you start blending. Brrr, everything will turn to a mess. When you pick up your brush, the first thing you need to do is touch it on your skin. Touch it on your skin. Make sure there is no residue. Make sure there is no product on it. And then you go in on your face. If you are concealing and you want to go ahead and use your concealer brush to blend out, make sure you clean out all the excess concealers. If you have excess, clean out the excess concealers, clean them out, and then go in and start blending, start blending. You will see that you have a good result even with your most cheaper products, even with your $1 product, $2 product, uh, the most cheapest products. If you know how to navigate blending, if you know how to blend, you will get a perfect result. So did you see how it turned out to look like? Okay, so right now, what is the next step? Who can tell me the next step? Are you seeing any difference? Did you see any difference, guys? Tell me in the comment section. Guys, this is a community, You guys are now my friends because you're watching me. You should drop some comments, okay? So check if there is any difference here, here, and here, here. Let me come closer. Here and here. If you notice, this place is matte, is looking matte, and this place is looking oily. So we're gonna do something to that, right? We'll have to do something to that. After applying your concealer, if it doesn't blend into your skin, if it doesn't blend into your skin color, that means you didn't do a great job. No, you didn't do a great job. As a beginner, don't be like those people who pack so much product that are way lighter than their skin, product that, oh my god, this shade of concealer, if I have to put it here, you're not gonna like this work, right? It will look so messy. So don't be like those of them who likes to put so much product that are way lighter than their skin, and when they tend to blend, they keep blending, they will keep blending. One, because the product has so much, it will be so difficult to blend. Two, because the product is way lighter than your skin, you keep blending, it will never disappear. You will keep blending, it will never disappear. And thirdly, because you didn't clean out the excess product in your brush, you didn't clean it out. You're just dabbing, you're just blending. Yes, what are you doing? I am blending, I'm trying to blend. You will keep blending. Years to come, you are still there. In fact, you will keep making mess on your mess, right? Yes, because you're not following the right step. Make sure you keep cleaning out the excess product on your brush, and make sure you pick a concealer that is not too way lighter than your skin. If you already have, like I have this concealer is too way lighter than my skin. So what I do is just mix it up with my foundation. When I mix it up with my foundation, this is the color it gave me. This color is not same with this, and it's not same with this, right? This is the color it gave me, and this was what I actually used for here. And immediately I started blending, it's just got disappeared into my skin, and then I am good. If I actually want to go out this way, if I want to step out looking like this, I'm good, right? Yeah, I'm good. I'm not wearing so much makeup. I didn't add concealer. Excuse me. I didn't do all this contour, all this highlight, a lot of work. No, I didn't do that. But when you start putting so much products, oh my god, you'll be like, this is too light. What will I use? Okay, let me just apply more powder. Let me apply contour to blend it down. You start applying, you keep applying and applying. You will remember this, you remember that, just to make sure you do some adjustment that will make it perfect. Then you end up having so much product on your face, which is not what you want. Is that what you want? I know that's not what you want. You want something that is natural and beautiful. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do some blending with the powder. So I want this place to look mattified. I don't want it to look oily, right? Look here and look here. Can you see any difference? Here and here. Did you see any difference? Okay. This makes your walk beautiful. When you step out, you feel yourself. Yeah. You'll not be like, oh my god, am I sure my makeup is looking good? I feel hers is more beautiful than mine. Am I sure my brow is good? If you are a working class, this is perfect for you. This method is just perfect for you, right? You can just do this. You're good to go. Wear your lip gloss. If you don't want to do too much, wear your lip gloss, your white powder, or whichever powder you have, and you are good to go, right? Can you see the difference right now? The difference is becoming clear, right? Okay, so I will also advise you, while doing this, be careful with this area. This area you added your concealer. Most times, when doing this, it messes it up, like this beautiful straight line you got here. If you're not careful, it's gonna crack it out, it's gonna make it messy. So that's why when doing this, you have to avoid this area as much as possible. But if you can do it without being making it messy, that's okay. Just like me, I can do it, I know where I should stop, I know how to do it, and then it's not I didn't spoil anything. Yeah, so you don't want to start all over again. Okay, and here it is. So this is the result. Like I told you guys, make sure your brows, they are the same. They should be the same height, the same size, the same length, right? Because I use this method, that's why they are the same length. That's why they are the same height. That's why they are the same size. So make sure you don't want to have something that is, this one is more bigger and this one is more smaller. This one came down, this one came up to this point, and this one came down to this point. Your face will be like ameba, shapeless. Oh my god, it will be shapeless. So when you're, this is how you do it, because we are humans. Yes, we are humans. Most times we tend to make mistakes. Mistakes are allowed, but then your ability to correct it, that's the game. So when you're drawing your brows, make sure when you make an arc, you look at this place. I hope it's the same. You make another arc. Oh, is it the same? That's how you get it. That's how you get it. You don't just fam. You do like this, fam, and you didn't check. You have to cross check. They call it cross-checking. Okay? When you're done, maybe let's say I did this one first. Okay, let's say yours, you did this one first, and this is the second one. So if you're drawing this part, make sure you keep checking. When you draw, bam, is it the same? Is it on the same lane, on the same line, on the same height? Okay, yes, okay. Then you draw the upper side. Is it on the same line? Is it the same height? Is it the same size? Okay. You make this side, or you check. I hope they are the same. I hope there's no difference. Okay, you start filling in. When you're filling in, also you check. Because most times, if you're not very careful, you fill in, and this side will be so much darker than this side because you don't have to add much pressure. Let's say when you were drawing this side, you didn't add much pressure. You were just filling in slightly and slightly. Then at this point, oh, you just all of a sudden you forgot yourself. You're just thinking about something and you start doing, you start, oh, I need to be fast. And you start adding pressure. And then, boom, you check. Oh my God, what happened? I used the same shade of eye pencil. What happened? This side is darker than this side. Yes, because you were thinking of something else, or you were not concentrating, or you were not looking, you are not checking. When you're filling in, you check, you check, you fill in, you check, make sure they are the same. You know that one shade of eye pencil can give you two different colors on your eyebrows. Yes, when you fill in slightly, it's gonna give you a lighter shade, but when you fill in, you add pressure. When you're filling in, you're adding so much pressure, it's gonna give you a darker shade. But you'll be like, oh my God, but this is the same color. I use just the same color. Yes, but because you were filling in, you did a slight filling and you added so much pressure. So they're gonna give you two different shades. This side is gonna be lighter and this side is gonna be darker. So make sure it's a mind game. Make sure you are there. Make sure your mind is there when you are doing it. So when you were filling in here, you remember that, oh, I filled in slightly, so I have to do the same here. And that is the game. Okay? All right, at this point, guys, we'll call it a day. See you guys tomorrow. I hope and pray I will show up. Yeah, I will show up. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining my live. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you guys. Bye for now.